Welcome back to the news tonight. Now, for the people of Chennai, bad road conditions in the city are something they live with. But a closer look reveals children are the worst affected and face serious risks as they try to reach schools and get back home every day.
Every morning, this is what children grapple with. An ordeal that is almost regular. Reaching school is a challenge for them, while parents remain anxious over their safety.
Scooter, auto, all the vans stuck in the road. All children were scared.
This is Arigiri Swami Road and its condition has not changed for 5 years. Repairs carried out by authorities could not withstand even short spells of rain. Parents now prefer walking their children to school instead of sending them by vehicle.
நிறைய பசங்க வந்து வேன்ல அனுப்புறதுக்கே எங்களுக்கு பயமா இருக்கு. ஏன்னா வேன்ல வரும்போதே அந்த வேன் வந்து அந்த வீல் அதுல மாட்டிடுச்சுனா பசங்க எல்லாம் உள்ள இருந்து கத்துறதும் அழுவுறதும். நேத்து பாருங்க 2 ஆட்டோ வந்து அதுல ஸ்டக் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸ்டக் ஆயிட்டு பசங்க வந்து அவ்ளோ கஷ்டப்பட்டாங்க.
Apart from children, the battered roads pose serious risks to everyone during nights and when the road is submerged underwater.
இது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு எங்களுக்கு வர்றதுக்கு போறதுக்கு. நேத்து கூட ஈவினிங் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு பெரியவர் விழுந்து நாங்க எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து தான் அவரை தூக்கி விட்டோம். அந்த பள்ளத்துக்குள்ளே ஃபுல்லா விழுந்துட்டாரு. அவர் 2 வீலரோட உள்ள போயிட்டாரு.
The councillor for the area says water lines being laid along the road has disrupted the route and promised temporary repairs to improve the condition. The promise is the only relief for now for residents of the area. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
On to some national news now. The 2G imbroglio is ruffling the feathers of the corporate haunches too. On the show Walk the Talk on NDTV 24/7 this week, the chairman of the HDFC Bank, Deepak Parekh, spoke to Shekhar Gupta and said that the atmosphere of negativity after the 2G and Radia controversies will impact India's growth.
Everything was going so well a few months ago, and we were really taken off, and we were the darling of the Western world, of the multinationals. Everyone wants to invest money in India, and suddenly there's a snap. And it's amazing. It was building over a period of time, but it's really taken the wind off our ambitions, and I'm very disappointed, saddened more than disappointed to see what's happening. What is happening is businessmen are killing businessmen.
Right.
MPs are eating MPs.
And
media
Parliament.
and Parliament. Media is eating media.
Right.
There are half a dozen media people who are standing in judgment whether some of your colleagues were right or wrong. How can media people stand in front of other media?
Right.
And it's the same in business versus business. It is politics. Everyone is fighting.
Now, staying with national news, a day after reports surfaced that Congress leader Digvijay Singh claimed that Maharashtra's ATS chief Hemant Karkare was killed on 26/11 had told him about threats to his life from anonymous callers because he had held Hindu right-wing activists like Pragya Singh Thakur for the Malegaon blast. The senior Congress leader has now clarified his remarks. He is now saying that he never said Hindu terrorists were involved in the killing and that evidence suggested that he was killed by Pakistani terrorists. However, he added that the fact remained Hindu groups were harassing Karkare. Meanwhile, the Congress seems to be distancing itself from Digvijay's remarks. The slain top cop's wife said Karkare's death should not be connected to the threats he received from Hindu organizations.
कांग्रेस के प्रतिनिधि के नाते शायद ये बात भी नहीं कही है। उन्होंने व्यक्तिगत रूप से ये बात कही है, ये उनकी व्यक्तिगत जानकारी थी और उसी को उन्होंने सार्वजनिक किया है। निश्चित रूप से पार्टी इस पर कुछ नहीं कहना चाहेगी।
But there just could be more to this. There are now new revelations from the whistleblower website WikiLeaks. Cables of former US Ambassador to India David Mulford soon after 26/11 attacks could now possibly send shockwaves in the Congress party. Referring to then Minority Affairs Minister A.R. Antule's remarks that Karkare's killing may be linked to his probe of Hindu extremists, and why Congress had changed its stance on Antule's remarks, Mulford now says, and I quote, Hoping to foster that support for the upcoming national elections, the Congress party cynically pulled back from its original dismissal and lent credence to the conspiracy. The entire episode demonstrates that the Congress party will readily stoop to the old caste or even the religious-based politics if it feels it is in its interest. Well, those are the WikiLeaks revelations, the latest one at that. Now, in international news, a firm deal aimed at slowing global climate change has been completed in Cancun. After 2 weeks of intense diplomatic activity, the summit has managed to get nations to agree on taking the discussion forward on tackling climate change. But while India says that it has not given any concessions, including any legally binding cuts, many environmentalists say that the accord is generally weak and will not tackle climate change. Only 73 of the 93 countries signed the Copenhagen Accord earlier, but this time all countries have signed the pact to help curb climate change and a fund to help developing countries. Well, India has now summoned the US Deputy Chief of Mission over the pat-down search of Indian diplomat Meera Shankar in Mississippi. The Ministry of External Affairs has conveyed its strong concerns over the incident. The summons come even after Hillary Clinton's assurance a couple of days ago that the United States would look into the incident. Well, good news from the area of sports. Ace shuttler and the unstoppable Saina Nehwal has sailed into the final of the Hong Kong Open Super Series after a fiercely fought semi-final battle. The second seed beat 6th seed Julian Schenk of Germany in the semis 2-19, 17-21, 21-12 to book a place in the final. Saina came into this encounter with a 4-2 head-to-head record against Schenk, and having won the last 3 of their meetings, Saina will play 3rd seed Shijiang Wong of China in the final. A win there could make her the world #1. Well, up ahead on the news tonight, 61 or Sweet 16 celebrations or a film release. Here comes another 12th of December when the city celebrates in full throttle.